So today I have a few clips just to commentate over, and I'm just gonna be looking at the same team I've been using for the last video that I uploaded as well. I'm using that Blue Lewis Cavalier team. It's pretty fun to use, and I've been able to beat a lot of types of teams with it, and yeah, I'm in masterball ranking, so it should be some pretty good. I should be getting some pretty good games here. So the first one is against this semi-rain team. He has this so most people actually don't expect the offensive Bulu, which is pretty good for me. So I get to. He probably didn't think I was gonna just straight up one shot him. But either way, if I didn't, he couldn't really do much because I had a Lumberry. So if you like try to get hypnosis or something, it wouldn't even work out. So I just get a free kill right there, and then he goes into his Necrozma Dust main. And yeah, I can taunt this thing because it could set up Cosmic Powers or Dragon Dances and stuff, and I don't want him to do that. So yeah, I get the taunt right there, and he's gets a Dragon Dance off, so I get that play right. And then he's forced to attack here, obviously, so I can just go into my Rotom and then tank it any hit he wants to do. And yeah, so once I saw the Dragon Dance, I already knew he was like an offensive one, but my Lulu was faster, so I was thinking he was like a bulky offense Necrozma with weakness policy. And yeah, I definitely got that play right, like the assumption that he is weakness policy, because he just goes ahead and Dynamaxes here. And yeah, I have the Will-O-Wisp on the Rotom, so that doesn't really matter. It won't activate his weakness policy. That's just a free burn to have his attack and like just stall the Dynamax out in general. And yeah, it doesn't activate the policy, like I said, so that's really good. Yeah, so what I do, it did suck, but it didn't matter in the end. But I do Burning here. Yeah, I do have that berry to heal me up a little bit, but yeah, I get the Will-O-Wisp here, and that just allows me to switch into my third mon, Gastrodon, which I bought in this game to get rid of that Dynamax, because then I can save Rotom to basically hit him hard when he's not Dynamaxed. Anyways, this is the next match. This is already cut into the match, but this is just showing. Yeah, so basically he had Dracovish and his other mon is Reuniclus. And basically, what I'm doing is just switching my Gastrodon into Dracovish to prevent him from Fish's running. And then, yeah, so he switches into the Reuniclus. I just get some Ice Beam damage on it. And then I obviously don't want to take an Energy Ball here, so I'm going to switch into the Escavalier just to like let it die or whatever, because I didn't really need it at this point. So yeah, there goes. So I set that out, and then he goes for Future Sight here, which is fine. I mean, I can just keep this out right now and go for a really strong Mega Horn. And he's either forced to, because yeah, he probably didn't have the move, the move that would kill me. He probably had a bunch of moves that I resisted, so he switches out. And yeah, I get a lot of damage on this Dracovish here. So yeah, I just go for the knockoff as a mid-ground play. But obviously he's kind of faster than me, so he can just kill me. But since my Gastrodon, like the presence of my Gastrodon, it forces him to Dynamax this Dracovish actually, because obviously he can't just fish his rand whenever he wants, because I can just switch my Gastrodon. So he's kind of forced to play around his choice item, which is good for me, and then so as a result he just Dynamaxes and he Max Knuckles there. And that's actually good, because now my Lycanroc can just outspeed him, because he doesn't have a Choice Scarf effect now that he's Dynamax, so it's kind of a checkmate situation. And yeah, so now I just go to my Lycanroc and I can just click close combat here. And oh well, actually, I remember now. I wanted to go for the max rockfall because I want to chip. So basically, so yeah, I wanted to get. I had a feeling he would switch into his Unicorns right after, and this is when I noticed that his Unicorns is running Regenerator because I chipped it down. I chipped it down, like with that Ice Beam earlier, but then he had full health now, so that pretty much reveals that he's Regenerator. So I can get. This is actually good because I can get chip damage with the sand and stuff. So the Rockfall comes out, and yeah, he's looking to be like pretty defensive. I don't know if he's max defense, but he's got Citrus Berry. I think it might just be max HP and special attack, but yeah, he's getting chipped by the sand. I go for a second Rockfall just to make him try and recover, just so the lower his HP down as much as possible. So he's forced to recover here. And then since I knew he was Regenerator, so I had a feeling he was gonna switch out into his Dragovish and Sackett. So I go for the Max Snuggle here, predicting that, and he does go ahead and do it. So that's pretty good for me. And yeah, so I get a free attack boost and a kill here, which is nice. So yeah, pretty much like forcing him to waste his Dynamax on the Runic or on the Dracovish was really good for me because he was kind of in a checkmate situation. So yeah, now it's up to the +1 Lycanroc to kill it with Rock Blast because obviously he can just kill my. I mean, since I have the sand up and my sash, I can just live this energy ball with ease. I mean, the sand boosts my special defense, so but I only get 2 hits with that first Rock Blast, so I was hoping I get at least 3 hits with this next one. But even if I didn't, then Gastrodon would have outsped Reuniclus because Reuniclus is slower, so it's not the worst thing if I got 2 hits, but yeah, I got 3 hits there, so that closed out that game. And then here I've got a little bit of a bonus game versus the Zacian team for you. And I'll be showing the whole game here, because yeah, I wanted to. But anyways, what we have is Zacian, Tyranitar, Rillaboom, Zapdos, Rotom, and what was the other one? I think it was a type of, no, it was something else, but yeah, anyways, I lead off with Rotom Heat because it's a pretty safe lead versus 5/6 of his team. But he leads off with the lead that I didn't want him to lead off with, which kind of sucks, but I do have the Bulu to switch in. I mean, Bulu's a pretty kind of a safe switch in because I can just take whatever hit he throws out and then Horn Leech it back, but yeah, so I go into the Bulu here and he goes for the Hydro Pump here, which, as you can see, it does quite a bit of damage. It is over half. So I'm thinking he's an offensive Rotom. And so yeah, I'm just gonna Horn Leech him again. Or not again, what am I saying? But yeah. I'm just gonna Horn Leech him here. As he goes into his Zacian though, so basically I thought he would try and stay in and kill me, but I guess he's like a HP. He didn't want to risk getting outsped there because he's probably running a HP. and special attack or something. So he switches into his Zacian, and I get some Horn Leech damage and some health back, so that's good. And then yeah, he can obviously just throw out a Behemoth Blade, so I don't want to stay in. And so I just go into my Rotom, and keep in mind here, so I can, if he manages to break through my Rotom with Zacian, I have a last resort option to deal with the Zacian, which is Dynamax Lycanroc. So recently I've changed my Lycanroc set to include Max Quake. So basically what I can do is Max Rockfall on the Zacian to get Sand Up, and then I'll be fast enough to get a Max Quake out first, because I'll have Sash. And then yeah, so Lycanroc can 1v1 the Zacian and get additional value after, because Max Rockfall plus Quake will kill Zacian. So that's something worth knowing. And yeah, so I take the Behemoth Blade really well because I'm 4 times resistant. And yeah, I don't want to lose any momentum here against Zacian, because I don't really want to play around when it can just click buttons, and like I want to have answers at all times. So I will switch out immediately back into the Bulu, and now it just turns into a mind game situation, because like since I just predicted in the last turn with the Volt Switch, he might think I'll try and predict again. So I'm trying to like get into his mind a little bit and make him think of kind of like make another prediction. But I'm just gonna go for the Horn Leech here, because I really need this Rotom dead for my other Pokemon to actually play the game. So yeah. And yeah, he actually did stay in there, so that's just a free kill at this point. Like this, and my Bulu was faster, so he was definitely running a HP and special attack run, probably Assault Vest, or I don't know, probably. I don't really know, but that's probably what it was. Oh yeah, his last one was Dragapult, that's right, but he didn't bring that. So yeah, he goes back into the Tapu, or not the Zacian, and now I can just, I don't really need the Bulu anymore because I've already broken through Rotom. That's kind of what I wanted to use Bulu in this game for. So, and this actually works out because I get a high horsepower off, and as he gets a Sword Stance off, because he wants to break through my Rotom, obviously with the Zacian, so he gets the Sword Stance off, but he gets punished as I get a high horsepower off and almost kill him. So that's pretty good for me. Yeah, again, I don't mind my Bulu dying here, because I can just bring out my Sash Lycanroc and pretty much guarantee this thing dying to a close combat. I'm just going for the close combat because I don't want to, what's it called? I don't want to, I don't want to miss any other move, so I go for close combat. Should kill this, obviously. And looking at his team, I was like, there's no reason for me to Dynamax this right away, because if he has anything else but the Tyranitar, my Rotom can just Dynamax and 1v1 their Dynamax Pokemon after my Lycanroc chips them. So, because if Tyranitar comes out, I just close combo with Lycanroc and it's pretty bad for them. But other than that, I can just, there's no reason for me to Dynamax Lycanroc right this turn and get any boost up, because it isn't really necessary. And he actually goes for the additional Sword Dance, which I'm not really sure why, but even if he did attack me there, I still would have lived, obviously, and killed him back. So, and his last one is Rillaboom, so this Lycanroc wasn't even necessary to even, like, if I had 1 HP, it wouldn't even have mattered, because I would have just went into my Like I saved my Rotom for this very reason, actually, which is pretty good for me. So now I can just let my Lycanroc die, but since he didn't break my Sash, I can still use it and get a chip damage close combat. I mean, it doesn't really matter too much because I can just max flare this thing twice. And the reason why I say it twice is because he still has Dynamax, and so yeah, his item is Assault Vest on this Rillaboom, because when I was playing and my Rotom, well, I'm kind of spoiling it. I don't know why I'm doing that, but yeah, he just Grassy Glides me again. He's at like 2/3 health right now. But yeah. He still has Dynamax, I still have Dynamax. My Rotom is fully defensive, so it should be able to handle this thing pretty well. And I did like have the thought that he was gonna have a weakness policy on it, but I didn't really care at this point because, like, looking at the close combat damage, I knew he was defensive. So, or like at least like bulky, like no speed at all, and like a lot of attack. That's usually what they run. So since Rotom is 86 base speed and Rillaboom's 85, I can just know that my Rotom's faster than this Rillaboom at this point. So even if he's weakness policy, he shouldn't be able to being able to one-hit revenge me with any move he has, because he's just not strong enough to do that. So I just confidently go for the Max Flare at this point. Because yeah, sometimes I kind of panic about weakness policies a lot with like Dynamax and stuff, because you never really, like, people can just throw weakness policies on anything, and like it's kind of hard to like, you can't just guess, like you can't just not think they're not gonna have it, because they definitely can. So yeah, that Max Darkness is nothing because he's just AV. He probably has like some defense into that actually, because that didn't even do anything. He probably has like, I don't even think he has like full attack on that. But anyways, I can definitely 2-KO Max Flare because the sun is up, and yeah.